So today I'm going to be making some bacon donuts with salted caramel dipping sauce. One of the not so secret but semi-secret ingredients in donuts is mashed potatoes. I'm using one whole potato here, just lightly salted water. Now I'm going to start my donut dough. I want to have a nice rich dough, so use milk instead of water, 2/3 of a cup. So I'm gonna heat this up in the microwave. I put it in for 40 seconds. It's a little hot to my finger, but I'm gonna put it in a cold bowl. So I'm putting 2 teaspoons of yeast in the milk, and about the same amount of sugar. And then you cover it up like 5 to 10 minutes with a clean towel. Now I'm gonna get started on the bacon. I stuck it in the freezer because it cuts a little easier. This is 8 ounces of bacon. Cut it in reasonably small pieces. I'm cooking the bacon. I'm gonna start it out on high, but you don't want to keep it on high. Because this bacon is really definitely getting down, I'm gonna turn it down in heat a little bit. At least on my stove is like a 2 or 3, which is to say low. Now, as you can see, these are nice and soft. So I'm gonna take off the heat and drain them. You can use a potato masher if you have one. Let's check on this guy. Oh, look at that. See, now that's what you're looking for. This yeast clearly is very happy. So as far as the fats here, I like using lard, but you can use vegetable shortening. I'm gonna put 2 heaping tablespoons, putting 1 egg in there. Let's stir this guy up here. Right, now I'm gonna add some mashed potato. I'm doing 1/2 cup, not super packed, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, and 1 cup of all-purpose flour. So this guy is the hook, and it's great for kneading. And put the other 1 cup of flour. So that's 1 cup of flour in first when you put the sugar and the egg and so on in there, and 1 once you've already mixed it for a little bit. And you want to start at the lowest speed and then just move your way up. All right, so now the dough has been going for about 8 to 10 minutes, and this is how it looks. You know, it's starting to come together and really make a nice dough. So you turn the machine off, clean all the dough off it. So now you cover it up again and let it rise about 1/2 an hour or so. So this bacon is ready to go now. It's been cooking on nice low heat. You want it to be equally browned all over. The next step is to make the salted caramel sauce. Cup of sugar, heaping 1/4 teaspoon salt in there. And you just put enough water to wet it. You want it to look like wet sand. You put it on the stove at high heat, and you're gonna keep an eye on it. I usually turn it down once it starts bubbling aggressively, just like I did with the bacon. Now we're gonna get the cream ready. 3/4 of a cup of cream. Whisk, cream. This sugar, once it started to boil, I had it on high heat, and when it got to a boil, I turned it down. When I saw the sugar changing to a nice medium caramel color, I poured the cream directly in there. It's been about 1/2 an hour. Now it's time to put in the bacon and shape them and get ready for the final rising. Just, you know, gently get it in there. Make nice little balls of donuts, say about golf ball size. Go ahead and just cover them up with plastic. We're talking about 20 to 40 minutes. And the rest of the dough, stick in the fridge, and it'll totally last until tomorrow. Let's get the oil ready to go. You want to do enough so that your food is suspended in the oil. Start on high heat, and then when you can see on the bottom the oil is starting to move around, it's getting hot, you can turn it down a little bit. It's been about 1/2 an hour or so. Let's try one in the oil. You can see the golden color on the edges of it, and that's when you want to start turning it. Finish cooking the rest of these guys, and then I'll show you how I want to serve them. All right, so I'm gonna plate up one of these delicious guys here. So there we go. Oh, that's a good donut.